Right, there we go. We're ready. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to mute and we've got 10, but if people, are they just going to be quiet while we're all quiet waiting for people? Or do you want to have another 5 minutes before we let people in?
At least I suppose not too many. Actually, it doesn't matter really. I suppose if people have logged in already, they're expecting to wait. They know we're only starting at 10.
Yeah.
No. Lucy, can you let me in the other laptop? I don't know if you see another.
Okay.
Please, Lucy.
I was thinking about that. There you go.
Thank you, Lucy.
Right.
And then, Rowan, we don't have the evaluation this time. I'm not sure, Lucy, are you going to put it in the chat box? And maybe, Rowan, if you can tell the people if they have suggestions or, yeah,
when
can email.
You know what I'll do is if they want to give feedback, I'll just give the info or our email addresses, because remember I said to you last night, have you got an evaluation? It's not a problem. I'm just going to type in the chat box, any feedback, please do share.
Yeah.
What we can do is we can have people join now and I can just say we'll start at 10, but if you want to start saying hello to people, you're welcome to. Just kind of informal and relaxed.
Yeah.
So it's your choice.
Right. I would say let's meet in the middle. We say another 3 minutes.
There we go.
At 5:02, and then we'll start welcoming everyone.
There we go.
Thank you, Lucy. We can't do this without you, and
we will work together.
A team effort.
I'm trying to learn how to do it without Emmanuel. You see, this is my session.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
And yesterday, Rowan, Lucy asked me, am I supposed to join Gretchen? And I thought, Lucy, if you don't join, we need you.
No,
so I just
not a problem.
That Lucy will be part of the sessions every time.
We're so busy, we didn't even, but I mean, I did have it for some reason on the online calendar. So that made me think, you know what, maybe I should double check with her. But anyway, I'm so interested to hear Mia's talk today, in fact, because it looks so interesting. These are things that such value add to our patients. So lots of good luck, guys. Really excited. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But now, Gretchen, your other one, do you need to be a co-host on the other one, or what's that for?
Please, Lucy, because if my battery is going to die on the other laptop, I'm going to be locked out.
So how do I know? Okay, so we're going to have to go to, where's Gretchen? I was just looking here. This one, make co-host. Are you co-host on both now?
Only on the one, Lucy.
Okay, I've made you on both. Okay. Just remember to mute on the one if you're not talking on the other.
Okay.
There you go.
Just a last little thing from my side in terms of disclaimer, the indemnity, I can put that in the chat. I feel it's a little more gentle to do it that way.
Yes.
Instead of flashing it on the screen.
Please do, because I was just trying to find where did we put the last wording. Please, that's wonderful. Thank you for the poppy thing. Yes. Oh, that fire looks lovely, Rowan.
So why can I not?
It really is nice and cozy.
That's really funny. For some other reason, I can't connect to the chat.
Let me see. You are chat. Oh, I pressed chat on yours, but it doesn't seem to. You are.
It's really weird.
But I can find it. Don't worry. I will find. Okay, you see, you know what happens. This thing I have to reshare. So stop share. I'm going to reshare. I've now realized what this thing does. It actually is on a timer thing that he did this for the last session. So I need a clean one. but I can start it now. It should last 5 minutes.
Aha.
There we go. Okay, it's 5, so I'm going to admit everybody. And as soon as this thing changes over, we're going to start.
Lovely.
Okay, but I'm going to switch off. And okay, so I admit everybody. Are you all okay with that?
Please do.
Right. I just have to mute.
It seems that we've got a few people that have joined us this morning. So for those of you who have just joined the meeting, a very warm welcome to everybody. Please be patient with us, or continue to be patient with us, as we just wait until 10 o'clock before we formally start this meeting. Thank you. Well, everybody, can everybody hear me all right? I see that it's 10 o'clock, and I think we should start. We might have a couple more people joining us in the session as we go along, but I think let's try and keep to our time, and let's formally start this session. So a very, very warm welcome to everybody. And thank you so much for joining our fireside chat this morning. And as you can see, once again, I have the fire running in the background. We're experiencing really cold weather at the moment, especially in, well, I think especially in KZN. And so I'm very grateful that at this virtual meeting, I'm actually able to wear my slippers, which you can't see, but keeping my feet nice and warm as well. Although I'm based in the Midlands of KZN and currently on a farm, and I must just put a disclaimer out there, you may hear a tractor in the background. That's my mad farmer husband putting down fertilizer in pouring rain. We're expecting snow a little later on. I also have a British bulldog at my feet over here who tends to nod off every now and then, and you may hear gentle snoring in the background. Please note that that is her and not me. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Rowan Robinson, and I'll be facilitating the support group. I'm an oncology nurse, and it is my absolute privilege to lead a team of oncology nurse navigators at Netcare throughout the country, and we support and guide our patients and their families as best as we can. Representing the Cancer Association of South Africa, CANSA, as we know it, on this meeting is our host, Gretchen Manar, and her amazing team of social workers and support staff who are always available to assist, guide, and provide resources to you and your loved ones. Please feel free to make contact with us. Gretchen and my email addresses are on the support group posters that were emailed or WhatsApped through to you. We welcome your comments. We welcome your recommendations. We want to improve. We want to know what your preferences are. Your feedback is important to us. We want to hear your voice because you matter. I would also like to take this opportunity of thanking Lucy Bologna of CANSA, who's running or manning the chat box for us. So if you do have any comments to post, please do that. A few little house rules before we formally get on to the actual important business of the day. And that's just the importance of having our microphones on mute if not speaking. It is quite disruptive for the speakers to hear background interruptions. If you're not too sure how to do this, I know the hosts most likely are going to put us onto mute just out of respect to the speakers and to benefit all. Secondly, I really ask that you participate. Even if this is something a little foreign to you and you're a little bit shy and you're quite a private person and might not be your thing, you don't know what this is all about, please be adventurous. Please participate and be part of this group. We want you to have a little fun, enjoy an hour out of your routine, and to share experiences and support others who may be on a similar journey to you. The focus of our next 2 support group sessions are about enjoying the best possible quality of life during and after your cancer journey. Living life well and to its fullest, despite a diagnosis, treatment, related side effects, being placed into that big C cancer box. Physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual well-being is the focus of what we're about. And well-being is a measure of an overall physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual comfort, happiness, or health. Well-being answers the question, the true question, the honest question with an honest answer. How are you? So with that in mind, I'd like to really introduce our very important speaker for the day. We are so blessed and privileged to have Mia Steyn joining us on this call today. Mia Steyn is a NIA with an N, black belt somatic educator. She's part of an international NIA training faculty. She has been practicing and teaching NIA for the past 13 years, working therapeutically, one-on-one, and in groups with people of all fitness levels, ages, and abilities. Healing from her own trauma through movement, she is passionate to connect with others and share how people can move, express, and condition to feel better. NIA is a blend of movement forms that connects to organic precision expression, and mindful movement practices. It is done to a variety of music soundscapes that uplifts and energizes the body holistically. So Mia, over to you. We can't wait to hear what you have in store for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rowan, and thank you everybody for showing up. I'm in Stellenbosch in Cape Town, a very, very chilly morning here. So Rowan, I'm going to stir my internal fire with sharing movement, but I wish I could have sit there next to you by the fireplace. It's
Nice and
really, really a
cozy.
chilly morning. So welcome everyone. I've been on this journey and my entry level was dance movement. And also it's been a healing journey for me. So I want to share a little bit about what NIA is and the potential that it holds for you to support you in your body and in your life. I want to go ahead and just share my screen here so that I can give you a little introduction. And you can just give me a thumbs up that you can see the screen.
It's loading, yes.
And it's so funny. I've had a week filled with technological challenges. I'm a mover. I am not necessarily that great at technical stuff, but here we go. So, so NIA, the story, it started in the 1980s, and it was a husband and wife, Debbie Rosas and Carlos Rosas, and they both had movement backgrounds. So Carlos was like a tennis pro, and Debbie was, judging by the outfits, you can see she was deeply into the aerobic industry. And then both of them felt that there must be something more to movement. So they started exploring, with all the impact and stuff from the aerobic jumping up and down. Debbie actually started venturing out and had a look at martial arts. So she tells the story of how she went to a dojo, and the first thing she had to do is to take off her shoes. And she had an absolute visceral experience just to have that contact with the floor, to really feel more grounded in her body. So instead of having something in between her and the floor, she could now actually really connect to her feet. And then the martial artist asked her to move, just move. And coming from the aerobic industry, she did a couple of jumping jacks and felt quite awkward. And he said, well, you've got about 2 seconds of knowledge about movement. And that's pretty much where her journey started. And Carlos came with being one of her teachers. So they started developing what they used to call a fusion fitness, right? So NIA really draws from a couple of movement forms. And the foundation of NIA is really about the joy of movement. So the joy of movement is something we can observe in our bodies in our life also as life force energy. And when we dive into the movement part, I will show you a couple of ways of how you can connect to this joy. It's not joy in terms of the emotional aspect, it's pleasure. It's how can I, even when things are not going so great, how can I tweak? What can I do? What little adjustments can I make to feel better in this moment? And sometimes, and most of the times, it's the little things like taking off your shoes. And in this called keeping on your socks, right? So it's really a whole different ballgame. We're moving from exercising, and this is where their background in movement came in so handy to really notice the difference, right? So from exercise, we're moving into movement. So even in this session, you don't have to be a dancer, you don't have to be a mover. It is ultimately about feeling better. And we'll have a sense of measure so that you can really connect to that in your body somatically. So really guided by this pleasure principle of feeling better. So again, like Rowan mentioned, you know, it must address the whole being, the whole human being. So it's not just about the physical body, but it's also about emotions. And then also we connect a lot to the brain, you know, the imagination, and then also cognitively, the teacher does that for you, so you don't have to stress in terms of counting and things like that. And the outcome of that is to condition your nervous system, to kind of calm your nervous system so that you can respond versus react. And then the spirit, that's you. You know, there's the form, there's the container, and then there's the freedom. How do you do it? We don't feel the same on every given day, right? So how do you want to express, how do you want to connect to the movement today? So mind, body, emotions, and spirit, all of those things addressed through movement. And it's very much about being conscious and aware, not habitual. In other words, we really take care moment to moment, movement to movement. And NIA used to stand for non-impact aerobics. We've come a long way. The acronym stands for neuromuscular integrative action. And then the one I like most is in Swahili, it means with purpose. And I love that, you know, to really address the sacred part of living, to move, live, and express with purpose. So there's a sensation of slowing down in that, right? So that is an invitation for you today to really go at your own speed and your own time. If I'm doing something and it feels too fast or too much, just do what you can. All right. And that brings us to the next part, 3 planes and 3 levels. So in NIA, if you look at a typical NIA class, you'll find people of all abilities, all walks of life, all ages. And then throughout the world, it's also tweaked in a way that it can address and support people, you know, with different needs. So you can move in a small range of motion, or you can move a little bit further away. You know, you can sink in and you can rise up. I had a really bad shoulder injury a couple of years ago. I arrived home and my husband was so excited to see me. It was after, I think I was away for about 7 days. And he twirled me and I didn't expect it. So he was twirling me and yet I wasn't twirling. So I really injured my shoulder joint. And a lot of the healing came from moving in a very small, healthy way, like circular movements, really restoring the synovial fluid in and restoring, you know, just to keep on moving that shoulder joint versus going into freeze, going into lockdown of that joint. So I really, really learned a lot from the injury. And that, yeah, it's about the small movements, but it's about, you know, to keep on moving. Debbie always says, through movement, we find health. So it's used, as I said, for many different walks of life, specific groups, and it's also successfully used for depression, anxiety, addiction, eating disorders, PTSD. A little bit about me, 20 years ago, we were in a bomb explosion, me and my whole family. And my whole journey has really been using NIA, using movement to calm my nervous system. I am a massive introvert. So for me to do this work is quite dynamic. To be, you know, seen all the time, it's quite dynamic and work with people. And over the years, I've learned to really calm down my nervous system so that I am able to show up and do what I have to do without freaking out. So yeah, peeling off the layers. And also just something I want to share. It's, you know, it doesn't matter where I am or how down in the dumps I feel. After moving, even if it's just 10 minutes, I always feel better. And that feedback, you know, and I know it takes a lot to sometimes just show up. Hey, I mean, just show up and do what you can, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 10 minutes, and then just measure, do I feel better? So I'll give you a couple of tips. So here we go. Take the path of least resistance. Rowan, you want to say something? Oh, you? Well done. So take the path of least resistance, right? So in NIA, we look at the design of the body. How is the shoulder joint meant to move? It's a rotational joint. So yes, we want to have full range of motion. And then there's your body's way. We're not built the same. We all go through different things. You know, there might be specific trauma in those parts of your body. And then we bring those two together. So the body's way, the wisdom and the knowledge of the body's way, how is it meant to work? And then inviting in your body's way. How do you do it? How are you able to do it? So if you're not able to have full range of motion, can you do it in a small, tiny way so that you can get the benefit and connect to that joy of movement? So function follows form, and sometimes we have to fake it till we make it. So we just have to start like igniting those little movements. Just that little impetus sometimes gets things going again. And here we go. So that's kind of where we're at. That's how they've transformed movement. So pretty much exercise into movement. So we're going from painful to pleasurable. We're going from guilt-driven to desire-driven. And then also this blend of music. If you research a little bit resonance, the variety of music gets you to move in different ways. So it conditions you in different ways, not just physically, but also emotionally. So we do work with expression and just to restore that sense of vitality in the body. So you can scan, there's a couple of things. The one that's really stood out for me throughout the years is to have a strengthened nervous system, especially the times we're living in right now. I think that is absolutely crucial. All righty. So we really work from the base, the core, and the upper extremities. We're moving the whole body. We're going to focus a lot on the hands. We even have hand techniques. And that really helps to condition and relax and help express. So opening the shoulder joints, but it always starts with the base. So when you're joining me today in the movement session, if the upper extremities, whatever we're doing with the arms or the core, if it feels a little bit complicated, just focus on the feet and the legs and give yourself permission to move at your own pace and to do what you can, right? So you can see at that picture, we literally moving the whole body. We do have 52 moves, and all of that kind of gets integrated over time. There's the 9 movement forms. So martial arts, we draw from martial arts. The organic precision, we draw from dance arts. That helps with the expression and having fun. And then the healing arts, Alexander technique, really helps a lot with posture and movement from the top. And then Moshe Feldenkrais is all about sensation. So sensation is about the felt sense of movement. It's not about a show. It's not about performance. It's mostly about healing and doing it your own body's way, right? And then yoga is also infused, and we consciously align the body, focusing on the skeleton. And you don't have to know, I'm just sharing this for interest's sake. You will get a little taster of that today. Also, it's a holistic practice, so we always have a focus and intention. We step in, we get moving, we warm up the whole body, we get moving, then we cool down. Generally, we'll go down to the floor, and then there's a step out. So it's kind of like a wave, right? So there's a gentle easing into it. We get moving a little bit, and then we go down. We have a very gentle curve today. So just so you can see, everything is done very mindfully. All right. So they're just saying, invite your inner 5-year-old to play. And as Rowan said, you know, there's absolutely no pressure whatsoever to get it. There's absolutely no pressure at all. So really turn off any of those things that feels like, oh, you know, I have to. You don't have to anything. The fact that you are here is brilliant. I salute you, and I want you to really just drop into your body and connect to sensation, the felt sense of movement, and then also invite in a little bit of play. Listen and dance to the music. The resonance of the music will move us in a different way. And listen to your body. Listen to your body. All righty. let's step in. Do you have any questions before we dive in? Anything that's pressing that feels that you want me to address? Nicole? So I'm just going to ask you to unmute. I can see you've got your hand up.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nicole Fuller. I am a breast cancer survivor myself, and I've actually done a course in cancer exercise in the United States. And I just think this sounds really awesome. You know, it's so difficult for cancer patients to exercise. You know, most people, especially if you don't come from an exercise background, I come from an elite athlete background, so I had an amazing recovery because of my exercise. And I just think, I'm sure Lucy and Rowan will agree, for cancer patients, especially breast cancer patients after surgery or any surgery, you know, for prevention of lymphedema, like you say, the chronic, you know, the shoulder movements and the arm movements are also vital post-surgery and quite soon post-surgery to recover. So I think this is really great that we've got this opportunity to have this technique shown, because like I say, not many people know how to, or not many navigators, and I think even oncologists are sort of reluctant to push exercise, you know. So I think it's really great that we've got this opportunity and we can promote this kind of thing.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nicole. And thank you, Rowan, for the opportunity to be open and minded enough to notice, you know, the potential of this. And oh, Olivia, so I see your hands up. We're going to do a lot of questions, but if you have something that's really pressing, then please go ahead. I'll ask you to unmute.
My hand's not up, I just clapped.
Okay. Awesome. So without further ado, I'm just going to switch my camera. There you go. And Rowan, are you going to join me?
Yes, Mia. So what we had thought is just as a very visual representation of how these movements can be done at any level or at any ability. I'm going to remain in my very comfortable armchair, which of course could be a wheelchair, could be anything, and I'm going to do the movements alongside with you. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I just want to find
Wonderful.
you. And
I'm the one next to the fire.
Oh, gosh. Somehow I can't.
If I carry on talking, you'll see me.
Gallery. Okay, I've got you.
Gotcha.
I've got you. And then, is that working?
I suddenly see myself in large screen.
I wonder if
You're
Lucy
fine.
can help us here.
What would you like to do?
So we want to have Rowan, and so I was able to do that earlier. We want to have us next to each other. So I've got a pin. I don't know if everybody can see. Obviously, you can see the one. And how's that? There we go. I think I just did it. Can everybody see both my screen and Rowan's screen next to each other? No.
No.
So if you click on view, you should be able to go to speaker view on the right corner at the top corner of your screen. If you hover over view, you should be able to, yeah.
Well, Mia, even if we just see you and people will be able to see little me on the side and know that I'm sitting in my armchair doing the movements as well, I think it's more important that we see you.
Alrighty.
There we go.
So if you're going to join me in the chair, what I would like you to do is to scooch to the front of the chair. and really connect to the base of your body. So we always want to have like a sense of alignment so that we don't overextend the hip flexors so we feel anxious. So really go ahead, and if you have shoes on, if it's comfortable to you, you can take them off, and then you can have that kind of sensory connection to the floor. And just feeling really relaxed, we're going to connect to the base of the body and then just stack, almost like stacking cups, your pelvis, your chest, and your head on top of each other. All right? And you can bring your feet a little bit closer, or you can widen them depending on how comfortable you feel. So all these movements you can do in a chair, and you can do it standing up. So depending on what your energy levels are like. We're going to focus a lot on the hand techniques, and our intention will be to mobilize and bring flexibility to the shoulder joints, but then also to make some volume and space. So I want you to go into kind of a beginner's mind where you're not judging any of the movements, but you go into that space of, how does it feel, right? And then we move closer to the core or further away from the core, depending on how you're feeling today, right? So you always have a choice to move smaller or in a bigger range of motion. And that just really means you're going to follow whatever I do, but your body's way, right? So really listen. So I want to go ahead, and either you can sit or you can walk, and just get a sense of your body, volume and space. Just notice, where do you feel any tension or anything that feels tight in your body? Just notice it. You can say it out loud. Hopefully you're in a space where you feel like, you know, you have privacy. It's always good to create space for yourself. Just take a couple of deep breaths in and just relax. Beautiful. And just notice, so as I'm walking here, I've been sitting for a while now, so I can feel my one ankle is a little bit tight. I've got some tension there, and then between my shoulder blades. So something very casual. You're just checking in. We'll check in at the end again. And then I want you to measure volume and space. So kind of go with the breath. So if you can give yourself a number, 1 means you don't have a lot of space, and 10, you've got lots of space. And the way that you can gauge that is really by noticing how deeply or how shallow you are breathing, right? So again, it's kind of a little bit of a sensing game. So how much space do I have inside? So I'm going to give myself a 5. I feel like a 5, right? And it's just giving us a sense of measure, so we can come back to that and check in again to see, did the work, what we did it actually work? Did it make us feel better? All right. So I want you to go ahead, and then also in terms of energizing the body, we look at the 13 main joints. So if you're seated or if you're standing, I want you to start connecting with your left ankle joint. If you're standing and you need to hold on to something, please go ahead and do that. So just start moving your left ankle joint, and then move your left knee joint. Move your left hip joint. Just say, hi, left hip joint. And then moving into your left wrist. And just notice if you're breathing, right? And just relax a little bit with it. And your left elbow joint. And then just check in with your left shoulder joint. It's a ball socket joint, so you want to roll a little bit with it. It can be tiny, tiny, tiny. And then just take a moment to pause and sense your left side compared to your right side. Okay. And then just move through your spine. However you can connect to your spine, you can do a little spinal roll, you can do a little undulation. So that's kind of your midway point. And then let's travel all the way to your right shoulder joint, your right elbow joint, checking in with your right wrist joint, into that hip joint. Again, a ball socket joint, so you can just rotate, roll a little bit into that hip joint, into your right knee joint, and then all the way out the right ankle joint. Point and flex, rotate, and then just see if you can mobilize most of your joints. If you're in the chair, just connect to all the joints and just notice your now body. So this is a great way to energize your body if you're feeling tired. A lot of times we lock, right? So we want to mobilize again. All right, here comes the music. Let's dive in. Are you ready? I'll get our music. Just do what you can. Connect to the joy of movement and have fun. Here we go. Oh, wow. I told you I have a technological. Almost there. Alrighty. Just take a nice big breath in. And then just let's lean to the sides. Now palms up, palms down. You can keep it close, easy over to the sides. Lean a little bit. Nice, palms up, palms down. Remember to breathe and let's reach up. How high can you go? Beautiful, gather in. Palm directions, gather in, what do you need? And let's reach out to each other, reach out. It can be here, it can be close to the body. And how about looking behind you? Nice, easy over to the side. Listen to your body, listen. Almost like you're on a swing. Palms up, palms down. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. Listen, side of the body. Smell the moment. Palms up, palms down. Nice. Now this time, reach way up. How high do you want to reach? Look up. Beautiful. You can gather in, you can sit. Close the curtains and have some herbal tea. Beautiful. And reach out. Reach out to each other. How about looking behind you? And then just take it away into your free dance, free movement. I'll get some volume for us. Just free dance your body. If you're standing, maybe it'll waltz. Connect to the joy of movement in your body. Now let's reach way up. How high? How high? Beautiful. Gather in. Gather in. Nice. And reach out to each other. Reach out. Beautiful. Maybe look over your shoulder. Nice. Reach up. Way up. Look up. Beautiful. Gather in. Keep your knees spring-loaded. And let's reach out. You can find a little balance. How about looking behind you?
Take my hand and lead even when I disagree.
Oh, nice. Well done. So use a little punch to the side, right? Sha. We're going to shake it off. Ch-ch. Let's go to the other side. 3 punches. Sha. And shake it off. Cha-cha. If you're seated, punch. You can put your foot down. Do you feel there's a different energy, right? Put your foot down, punch. Ha. Ha. Use your breath. Cha-cha. One more time. Choo. Ha. Ha. Now let's go into spinal roll down. Rolling up through the spine. Head comes last. Let's do it again. Spinal roll. Breathing. Let's do it again. Breathing out. Rolling up through the spine. Last time. Spinal roll. Landing in your feet. Now punch. Cha. Cha. Shake it out. Cha. Let's punch. Pa. Can be here. Cha. Nice. Put your foot down. Shake it off. Cha. Other side. Punch. Ha. Ha. Give it a little breath. Cha. And again. Ha. Sensing your determination. Cha. Shake it off. Cha. One more time. Cha. Cha. Put your foot down. Cha. Now get that heel high. Spinal roll. Let's do it again. Pressing into the feet. Roll down. Scooch a little bit to the front of your chair. Make yourself comfortable. One more time. Down and up. Last time. Now if you want to stand up, punch it out. Cha. Cha. Are you ready? Cha. Shake it off. Cha. Little shimmy. Punch. Ha. Confident. Cha. Shake it off. Cha. And again. Ha. Ha. Put your foot down. Shake it off. Cha. One more. Punch. Sha. Look out. Look out. Cha. Now take your heel high. Sink a little bit. Rolling up through your spine. Quick switch. Spinal roll. Moving into that spine. Beautiful. Other side. Spinal roll. Breathing out. Spinal roll. Down. Release down. Release down. One more time. Beautiful. Let's punch. Put your foot down. Cha. Level 1 right here. Shake it off. Cha-cha. And again. Ha. Ha. Look out. Look out. Cha. Add your breath. Cha. And again. Ha. 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 Shake it off. Cha-cha. One more time. Cha. 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 Now we're going to sink and rise. Palms. Cha. Make a little figure 8. And allow your eyes to follow your hands. Arm directions. Yeah. You got it? And then let's go a little bit faster. Dance the sides of your body. Now you can take it a little bit higher. Look up. You can even take it around your room if you like. If you're in the chair, widen your stance, sink a little bit, and rise up. Dancing in the chaos, dancing in the chaos. You can take it through your room. Dancing the chaos. Are you ready? Let's find it. Precision. Cha. Put your foot down. Cha. Shake it off. Cha. And again. Ha. Big breath. Cha. Cha. Shake it off. Cha. Well done. Little creepy crawlies. Cha-cha-cha, yeah. So wake up your fingers, all 10 fingers, right? And then see if you can mobilize your spine a little bit. Breathing out. Nice. And we're going to just cross the foot, cross front like this, down and up. Now find a little balance and spiral. Cross front, heel lead. Finding the balance, light. Now heavy bones, rolling, rolling. Finding the balance, spiral, again, take a little step, finding a light, coming up for air. I'll do it in the chair with you, cross front, palms down, and light, spirals, other side, rolling through the bones. Finding the balance and spirals. 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Palms down, palms up. Now finding the lights and spiral into your spine. Rolling through. Look down, look up. Light. Spiral it. Let's do it again. Heavy bones. Heavy. Now how light can you be? Light. Spirals. If you want a little bit more, you can go a little bit deeper. You can find your balance here. And spiral. Beautiful stability. Bring some stability. Finding your balance. And spiral. Look down. Look up. Light. Beautiful. Now in the chair, let's stabilize in the middle. Palms down. Palms up. Lift one leg. And mobilize your spine. Let's do it again. Flowing out through your hands. Lift. Spiral it. Now flick. Flick, little sparks. Finger flicks. Flick it off, look around, look around. 1, 2, 3, flicks, flicks. What do you need to flick off? Just flick it off. Beautiful, let's cross front again. Rolling through the bones. Finding your balance. And spiral. Now let your spirit dance a little bit more. How do you do it? Show me how you do it. Mobilize, stabilize. Palms down, palms up. Connect to the joy of movement in your body. No jumping. Finding your balance. And spiral. How about in the chair like this? Flow. Now let in a little bit more air and space. Spiral it. Flowing out. Yes, nice. Let's do that again. Look down, look up. Finding your balance. Spirals. Beautiful. One more time. Down and up. Flowing out. Finding the balance. Spiral. And give me those creepy crawlies again. Mobilize. Nice. Keep the fingers alive. We're going to go into waves. There's a lot of mobilization going on. And you can keep it tiny, tiny. We're going to find a little rhythm and a little beat. Looks like this. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Wave like. So you can be close to your core. And we're going to step it high. Keep your joints spring loaded. Look high. 1, 2, 3. And then hang your head. 1, 2, 3. How high? How low? Hang your head down. 1, 2, 3. How about the shoulders? Roll the shoulders back. 1, 2, 3. Smell the moment. Elbows. Opening up. And we're going to take 4 little steps. Take 4 steps for your body with joy and step it out. Let's do it again. Creepy crawlies. 4 baby steps, baby steps. Opening it up. Let's do it again. Fill your body with joy. Opening up. One more time. Bring the fingers alive, bring it alive. Back to the sway. 1, 2, 3. Letting in some more space. Let go of your head a little bit. Imagine we're at the ocean. You can go high, look high. You can go low, look low. Hang low. You're high, look up, look up. And you're low. Let's take it back to the shoulders. Sense, tweak. Elbows. Beautiful, yes. Smell the ocean air. And then 4 steps, 4 steps. Opening up, return. 4 steps, igniting joy in your body, in your life. And then take it away into your dance. Find the freedom. You can dance it around your room. You can have a little party in the chair. How do you do it? Free it up, free it up. Dance like no one's watching. Yeah, take your eyes off the screen and then just dance your heart out. Meet the day, greet the day. It takes baby steps. 1, 2, 3. Dropping down. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Racing into your feet. And again. 1, 2, 3. Now wiggle a little bit. Wiggle a little bit. Soft fists. Soft fists. Shimmy it. Nice breath in. Beautiful. Palms up. Palms down. You'll notice your shoulder joint open and closing. Palms up. So this is a good one to restore a little bit of energy. Allow the sun to rise up. And then the sun sets. The sun rises, maybe it's closer to your body. And then the sun sets. Bring the feet close together, dive up.
Everybody wants the sunshine.
Palms down, resting into your feet. Spring load your knees, dive up. Resting into your feet. Now open up a little bit wider, dive up. Yeah, sinking into those feet. If you're in the chair, right here, dive up with me. Opening up. Now dance the sunshine, dive up. Bursting up. You can look up. Or you can dive in, dive in. Take that leap with me. And let's open the heart from the front, giving. And then from behind, receive. Let's do it again, giving. Oh, from my heart to yours. And then receive. Weigh your heart, weigh your heart. Let's step it out. Nice. We can take it down. And then scoop it up. Inside out. If you want to stand up, warrior position, close stance. Open your feet. Yeah, you're like a warrior. Your warrior position, strong. Take it back. Closed. Relax the shoulders. Can we hear? And then just push the hands back. Press back a little bit. Press. Push back, push back. Nice. Reaching behind you. Nice. Let's take a little rest. Hands down. Let your head come down. Drip the fingers. Gently rolling up, pressing through the feet, rolling up through the spine. Let's open up again, palms out. Now sense that openness. Bring the hands back into your heart. Receive, receive. Smell the moment. Resting in your feet. Reach out. Open the feet a little bit wider. And then bringing the hands back. Receive what you need to receive right here, right now. And let's dive up, palms up. Reaching back, reach behind you. Now take a little scoop up. Consciously align and draw the hands. Beautiful, dive up. Dive up, maybe here. Or you can dive in, dive in. Learn to swim. Dive up from the feet, up, look up. Almost like you're bursting through. And dive in. Nice, and let's cross over to the one side, finding a little twist, and then reach up, finding a little twist over to the other side. Level 1, you can bring it up. Let's do that one more time. Open your fingers, twist. Reaching up. Settling into those feet, finding that little twist. And then reaching up, hands up, look up. Nice, let your arms drop down like leaves. Turning your palms down, making yourself comfortable. Relaxing into the feet. And then turning your palms up. Opening the shoulders. And if you want to sit back and lean back a little bit, get some extra support if you need a cushion or anything that you can really feel comfortable. Gently close your eyes and just relax your jaw. Just take a sip of air through your nose, smile the moment. Soft sigh breath out. Just notice the little bit we just did. Just notice a difference in your body. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. And you can stay seated or you can take a little walk around your room. If you're in the chair, allow your eyes to look. And maybe look at things that are close to you, maybe even your own hands. Noticing shapes and colors in the room. And then the invitation to look far. Maybe there's a window, you can look outside. Again, if you're in the chair, just allow your eyes to scan the room. And if you've been walking, bring it back into a seated position. Really connect to the base of the body, resting into your feet. Make little adjustments so that you feel really comfortable and at ease. If you feel comfortable enough, you can lie down on the floor if you're warm enough. Turn your palms up, lengthening through the crown of your head. Just close your eyes. Just allow any tension in your body to melt away. Grounding and releasing through your feet. Just allow your calves to soften and melt. Your thighs softening. Allow your arms to be heavy. Your belly soft. And any tension in your chest, on the next exhale, just let it go. Feeling rooted and connected through the soles of your feet. Feeling the support that the earth is offering you. Really feeling deeply supported. Know that you can rest. Just rest. And observe the inner dance. Bring your awareness to your shoulder joints and allow them to soften even more. Let your jaw just relax, bringing the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your palms turned up. And just notice the openness. Just notice the volume and space. And that place in between your eyebrows, allow it to soften. And in this beautiful journey through the body, know that you are supported, know that you are loved, know that you matter. Reaching high with the crown of your head, make space. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Deep.
Can anybody hear us at the moment? I seem to have lost connection.
Yes, we can. I think we've lost Mia. Or is it
I
just
think
me?
we've lost Mia. I think we might have lost Mia. Well, I think we were coming right to the end of that section, and just a feedback from people who are still on the call. How are we feeling? From my side, I must say, I feel so alive. I feel connected. I feel connected to myself, to my environment, and I feel connected to everybody around me, which is such an awesome feeling. So perhaps at this point, Mia, I can see you there, but I'm not sure if you can hear us. We lost you for a while. Do you have any, I see you muted, Mia. Do you have any closing comments for us that you can share with us? There we go, you're back.
Beautiful, everyone. I don't know how long I've been unmuted then.
We heard you right until the very closing moments. I was about to fall asleep.
Yeah, so if anybody is still seated or eyes closed, just gently come out of it. A good suggestion is to just rub the tips of your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then just any form of reaching into space. Stretching, yawning is good. And it's those small little things that really makes a big difference, right? So when you can listen to your body and you can connect to your body in a way that you say, this feels good, this makes me feel better. You know, when I breathe or when I move in this way, it makes me feel better, right? The small little adjustments. So let me just share this with you. So at the end of the day, it's all about through movement, we find health. And the joy of movement, even when we're not feeling good. So connecting to your joints to energize the whole body, connecting to the out breath to release any tension. And then just put on some brilliant music and just move your body in a way that makes you feel better.
Mia, what a stunning session. We can't thank you enough for sharing your expertise with us, for making this just absolutely beautiful and worthwhile. What life lessons you have taught us. I saw a question that came up from Nicole. Mia, can we do Zoom sessions with you?
Yeah, it seems like my internet connection is a little bit unstable, Rowan. So yeah, I will. You can contact me at miasteyn2@gmail.com, and I would love to be of service. So I work one-on-one and in groups for sure. I'll put it in the
Thank you.
chat.
That's wonderful. Are there any questions or any comments that people would like to make? Any discussion you would like to open up? You can either do that through the little chat box, or you can raise your hand and we can ask the host to unmute you.
Yeah, just to say it's wonderful because it brings up the joy of moving like as a child, and I think sometimes we lose that as adults. So it was beautiful to kind of find the fun of it, like when I was much younger. So thank you for that, Mia. It was fabulous.
Absolute pleasure. And to be honest with you, today, everything that could go wrong went wrong on my side. So I was really, really challenged to sustain the joy of movement in the presentation. So that's life, right? That's that's how it goes. I mean, my iPod didn't work. I lost internet connection. The playlist that I prepared, I got something completely different. So the challenges of life, it's really, to kind of put your money where your mouth where your money is in a way. So it's a really interesting, exercise for me today, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. On this side, there was a lot of chaos and challenges.
What
Yeah.
was amazing is that we never picked it up, other than the obvious lost you for a few seconds. I loved the part where we reached out to one another and we gave, but we also received. And that was a beautiful message that I received personally today. So again, thank you so much. Yeah, a couple of people certainly who were not able to join today miss out. And you will notice that the session is being recorded, so we will be able to make the session available. I think, Lucy, you would possibly give us a little bit more information as to when that might become available.
Yes, we just need a couple of days and we can send it to you next week. No problem.
Fabulous. All right. Well then, if I may ask all those on the call to please remember your feedback is so unbelievably important to us. We try and send out a link to an evaluation, but there you can see if anyone has any feedback or comments, please send us an email. Please feel free to make suggestions as to what content you would like in these support groups going forward. As in case you don't know, these support groups are held on the 4th Saturday of every month. So our next support group will be in spring. Can you believe it? A few days away, we have spring waiting for us. New life, new colors, new perfumes, new opportunities. The focus of our next support group will still be well-being, as we mentioned, focusing a little bit on mental well-being as well. So I think with that, if there aren't any further comments to be made or suggestions, thank you to all for joining us today, for giving us an hour and a little bit of your time. Thank you for your patience with us. Thank you for learning with us. And Mia, once again, you are extraordinary. Thank you for sharing yourself with us. So
Absolute pleasure.
I bid you all a very fond farewell, a warm day ahead of you. May you be blessed in abundance, and hopefully we meet again soon. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
Rowan.
Bye, Lee.
Bye-bye.
Nice to see your
Bye.
name. Thanks, Nicole.
Bye.
Bye, E55 years M.
I like this. Thank you.
Bye, Ntando.
Thank you.
Bye, Tanya. Oh, my fire's still going.
Okay, I think it's just us. Let's just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Perfect.
Mia,
Good
well
job,
done.
everybody.
I didn't notice.
Wow, wow,
You
wow.
like that duck, you know, when you just see the face, but underneath only you, wow, for an introvert, you are amazing.
Wow.
Really. That was lovely. I was getting WhatsApp messages from people that know me saying they were so enjoying this. Really
Yeah.
well
That's
done.
amazing.
We need
Well,
something
I mean,
different.
I would love to do it again. I promise you, I have not in my life had so many issues on this side. It's
But the way you used it as a teaching
Yeah,
moment
yes.
afterwards
Yeah.
blew me away.
That
The
was
way
clever.
you said, you know what, life happens.
Mhm.
And you're speaking to an audience where more than anybody else, they realize life happens. It was
happens.
just perfect. You exceeded expectations way over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was gorgeous.
Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. No, I would love
Lovely.
to. Let me know how I can help you in the future or support you if you want to do it again. I'll have all my ducks in a row.
Yeah, you are actually my neighbor. I'm sitting in Paul, and I was moving around in the office.
Yeah.
And my colleague in Oudtshoorn, she sent me a message, and I'm sure you understand Afrikaans. She said, Gretchen, ek het wraggies meer energie na die sessie.
Oh,
Perfect.
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, okay, the work works. So I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Rowan, for the opportunity also. Really, it's
You're welcome.
amazing, amazing work. And I really feel like a pioneer, you know, it's but a pioneer's out there alone if there's not people to support. So thank you
course.
so much.
Well, I hope people are going to contact you via your email. Please let us know if you have some feedback. That would be great. And if we get feedback, we'll share it with you for sure.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Awesome.
Thank you,
Lovely
Mia.
meeting you all.
Yes.
Lekker, Gretchen, jy kan saam met my kom dans hier in Stellenbosch.
Ja, nee, ek gaan kom in Rowan. Nou sien ek want dit is sommer 'n fundraise en alles saam met jou.
So 'n bietjie opskop.
Ja, my kop is so vol. Mense uitdaag, hoeveel van julle gaan ons saam Nia met ons doen terwyl ek hier was? Ja, so ons gaan met jou praat, ja, definitief.
Yeah, and Gretchen, ek dans by Lawrenceford. So at Lawrenceford, it's a beautiful wine estate that's outside in nature.
Nice.
So we can do something there for sure. If you want to do fundraisings, I've done a couple of successful fundraisings last year online also. So definitely I'm open
nice.
to collaborate. Yep.
Because you know what, it's not just for cancer patients.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, for me, that's what I liked, Rowan and Gretchen as well, is that, you know, I run and do sports. So if people always think, oh, and you know, Dr. Darren Green, he's this guy on Expresso, and we did a recent video with him, and he said, some people sometimes have a negative connotation to the word exercise. So he was talking about physical activity or movement. And, you know, patients sometimes get nervous because they think, oh, I mustn't move and I mustn't, you know, exercise, but it's just plain movement. And what we did now is so important because we sit on our laptops all the time. And this is so important to let go, that next stuff. I mean, my doggies came in and looked at me as if to say, what are you doing? Because they think any movement, I'm going to take them to the kitchen and do something with them. So I think it's lovely. It's not just about patients. It's about all of us moving. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the volume can get turned up or down. This was incredibly gentle. I had no idea. Zoom's difficult. I have no idea how to gauge. So this was very simplified and very, very gentle. So I think you'll be surprised being a runner, what you'll experience in a normal near close.
It's actually, it's what we need actually. Okay, well, I'm keen. Gretchen, there's the challenge. You've made the connection.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
enjoyed it. I'm so unfit now, Mia. I was a swimmer when I was younger, provincial colors, but now